Hi, you're welcome to Tolu's Corner, a lifestyle podcast. This is a safe space for young adults and we have relatable conversations. Happy New Year. Welcome to the year 2025. It's been a while, yeah? It's been a while we did this. How have you been? How have you really been? So 2024, my first episode of every year, we do a quick recap of the previous year and then we'll dive into the new topic. When I recorded LO24, I said 2023 was a roller coaster. If only I knew what 2024 had in store. 2024 started crazy. February 2024, the year I don't already show pattern. It was crazy. But what I really thank God for last year was that I had the gift of friends. Yeah, because low-key, if I'm not surrounded by good people, 2024 would have been tougher than it looks. I appreciate every good person in my life, and I would urge you to be a good person so you can attract good people. And I just want to thank God that last year my health was cool. That is a privilege that most of us overlook or take for granted. Yeah, so that is basically my 2024. I survived, that is most important. But we'll quickly listen to some of my friends and how their 2024 went.
Hi, hello, I'm Gladys Njamiu, a poet and writer from Kenya. So last year, the year 2024, my biggest lesson was learning to believe in myself. I realized that a little self-belief goes a long way. But the self-belief has to be set on who you are and not what others think about you. So basically the entire 2024, I was dismantling and remodeling what my self-concept looked like. And it wasn't easy. It was very heart-wrenching. But at the same time, it was fun to see myself destroy old beliefs that I had and build new beliefs. So I look forward to a better 2025.
I agree with Gladys. Destroying old beliefs and acquiring new ones is not something that is so easy. Yeah, change is not easy, but it is necessary, yeah, because if you don't change, you will not grow. Believing in yourself sounds easy, but it is not that easy to believe in yourself, especially when things are not going according to plan. But the bitter truth is that nobody will understand you and the things you do more than yourself. So you have to be your biggest fan. Let's go listen to another one and we'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Rachel and I'm sending this message from Calgary, Canada. The biggest lesson 2024 taught me was if you want something, you have to push for it. You have to go out of your way to achieve it. And you also need God in the journey. 2023 ended really horrible for me, but I make sure to use the pain, use the tears and all I was going through. I used it as a strength to push through 2024 and to achieve some things that I've been saying I wanted to achieve for a couple of years now. And I ended 2024 feeling very accomplished, especially the fact that I had a letter of congratulations I wrote to myself and I ticked almost all the boxes. And it was a thing of joy for me because some of all those things I wrote down has been things that I have been wanting for years. And I feel like I wasn't really pushing towards it. And the Bible even says faith without action is dead. So apart from pushing towards achieving what I wanted, I also put my faith in God and kept being prayerful about it. And 2024 was an awesome year. And I'm so glad that I made it to 2025. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Rachel. Yeah, if you want something, you have to go out for it. Real. Nobody's going to come and hand over the life you want just like that. The life you want is in the other side of discipline, consistency, prayer, and hard work. You have to go out and strive to accomplish those things that really matter to you. Yeah, that's a good one. And do not neglect God. In anything you do, God is number one. As cliche as that sounds, as unrealistic as the world is trying to paint God, God is real. God exists. Put God first. Now, we'll take a really short break. And when we are back, we'll go into the episode proper. Stay with me. Welcome back to the episode. Yeah, shall we? You are surrounded by users. Is this a fact or is it just basic assumption? Well, you can only know if you stick around to find out. In this life, there are some things that are just inevitable. There are things that you cannot escape. And being used by people is one of those things. You cannot escape it. And one of the biggest lies that we usually tell ourselves is that we don't use people. And a lot of people are very, very quick to say, oh, so and so person used me. But we never admit that they themselves, they are users. Now, whether directly or indirectly, one person is using another person. You are using somebody and somebody is using you. The perception of being used and using someone differs generally to different persons. It means different things to different people. But are we all being used? Yes. And this is not a matter of being rich or being poor. The rich uses the poor. The poor uses the rich. The rich uses their fellow rich. The poor uses the poor. Parents use their children. Children use the parents. Friends use their friend. That is just it. It's a basic thing. The strong use the weak. The weak find ways to use the poor. The weak find ways to also use the strong. It's like, I don't know, it's a circle. It's more of a necessity than a threat. All of us, we are interconnected one way or the other. We rely on one another to achieve some of our goals. I think that's just basic survival. Yeah, everybody's a user. You are surrounded by users. You're a user yourself. The earlier you admit it, the better it is for you. Now, if you look at yourself, there are some people in your life that you are only tolerating them. They are in your life not because you like them, but because you need them. Or you know that, oh, eventually I will need this person. You know that if you have your own source, maybe it's money or whatever need you are getting from the person, if you can have it directly, it's finished. The access they are giving to those people, you will limit it. Some people even deny it completely. And I think that is where it all goes wrong. It is inevitable for you to be used or for you to use somebody, but discarding people just like that, I think that's cruel. And do you know the worst people, the worst of the worst, are those that would never admit that they have benefited from somebody else? Their catchphrase is always, what have you done for me? Kilo ṣe fún mi gangan, what you do? You never do, what you do? Mention the things where those people... Talking about this alone hikes me. Like, I hate ungrateful people. They are the worst. Yeah, it's true that you can't have people around forever. You definitely need to change people. You outgrow people one way or the other. But the basic thing, I think the least you can do is to appreciate people that you've benefited from, people that have helped you. Yeah, I think that's the least you can do. It's common sense, it's courtesy. Now, I'm not saying if you don't appreciate people or if you use people and don't allow people to use you, something bad will happen to you. I've not lived long enough to truly observe and understand how karma works. Even Caesar said in a song, Saturn. Let me read out the lyrics for you. She said, if karma is really real, how am I still here? Just seems so unfair. I could be wrong though. If there's a point to being good, then where's my reward? The good die young and poor. Yeah, funny enough, this is like the reality of life. The wicked people, and then they live long past, and then they enjoy life past. Like, it's crazy that wicked people most times outgrow the good people. But does it mean you should not be a good person? No. Fuck whatever the media perception is right now. It pays to be a good human being. At least the least you can do is to be kind. It costs nothing to be kind, guy. Because I said I don't know how karma works. Does not mean you will not get your own judgments, because the way life is very funny. One way or the other, your actions will catch up with you. That's just it. That's just life. Even God, that is all forgiving, when you offend him, he will punish you, regardless of who you are. He even says in his word that he corrects those that he loves. Let's look at David, for instance. The Holy Book recorded David as God's most beloved. No, my beloved, in whom I am yet pleased. That's Jesus. But God loved David. Yeah, I'm correct about that one. God loved David. Remember when David took a soldier's wife? The soldiers were in the battleground. David was looking around aimlessly from his mansion, and he saw Bathsheba bathing in the open, and he made her his wife. He slept with her. She got pregnant. She gave birth to a child. Did she give birth to a child? I mean, she was pregnant with a child. Yeah, she shall want to have a child. Yeah, I mean, she had a child. And God sent his prophets to David to tell him of the wrongdoing he has done. And David apologized. God, forgive me. Forgive me. And the prophet said, God has forgiven you. In fact, you will not die for your sin. But because you've given the enemies of God a reason to despise him, your son will die. He was forgiven, but he was punished. David became a great person. Bathsheba later gave birth to another son. Bathsheba gave birth to Solomon, and Solomon was a great king. But did he suffer for his mistake? Yes, he did. So more of the story is, you cannot totally understand the universe and the way it works, but you go jam your own. That's just the truth. So another thing I'd like to talk about is, there are some people, people will talk about people that benefit from you and become ungrateful. There's some people you can never benefit anything from them. They are just, I don't know. So be usable. Let people use you. Just heard me. Let people use you. Be usable. Because if nobody can use you, you are what? You are useless. If nobody can use you, you are what? You are useless. This is 2025. Be usable. Equip yourself with skills, with values that are attractive, that people would want to use you for them. Build yourself up. If you have old skills, sharpen them. Learn new skills. Be a contribution, be a good addition to someone else's life. Let companies seek you for that particular thing that you are special at. But if you're not usable, my dear, you're useless. Also, strive to be in the position where you have a choice and you're not limited or incapacitated by the need to use someone. Like, oh, this person, I'm just keeping this person around because I need them. If not, all this way this person they do me, I don't suppose they take them, but because I need them, the better that you don't have to be in that kind of position. I hope I'm making sense. I don't know if that was jargon, but it just sounded nice in my head and I see make a drop on. So yeah, build yourself, put yourself in a position where you will not be incapacitated by the need to use someone. You understand? There was a quote that I came across. It says, the quality of people in your life is more important than the number of people in your life. I'll say that again. The quality of people in your life is important than the number of people in your life. You might have heard something like that or something similar. What I'm trying to say is ensure that the people that are using you, they are worth it. Make sure the people that are using you, they are the right people. Surround yourself with quality people, not useless people. People always feel like they have been used when the energy does not match. Oh, I did this and that for so person. I did XYZ for this person, and the person I did not get anything in return from them. People always feel like that because it is not reciprocated. I'm giving, I am not receiving. So surround yourself with what? With quality people. But do you know what I think is like the best thing to do? When you help someone or when you decide to help someone, let it come willingly. Let it be something that you are doing, not because you want to benefit from the person or you need something in return, but something that comes from your heart. When you're trying to help someone, don't be calculative or strategic that, oh, what am I going to benefit? What am I going to get from this? Most time, just do it freely. I think that is like the best way to live. That way, you will not feel as if you are being used. And don't forget, I say surround yourself with what? Quality people. But whichever way it is, so long as your mind wants to do it, just be a gift that keeps on giving. And as cliche as it sounds, givers never lack. Like, givers never lack. It might sound beaten up, used up, whatever. Givers never lack. I saw a video and I would like you to listen to this. Yeah.
The thing that I will never regret is the amount of love and effort that I gave out to people. Even if you did me wrong, even if you did me dirty, even if we're no longer on good terms, and even if you didn't give me that love back, I know that you needed it at that time, you know? I will never regret giving love and being a kind person and giving to others, because that's just me. That's just me as a person, and that's just what I do. So I just know it was meant to reach you, even if it didn't end in the way that I wanted it to end.
Basically, I think that's how to live our life. When you want to help somebody, do it willingly. Let it come out of a place of you doing it for the person because you want to help the person, because you think the person needs you, not because you're expecting something in return. That way you will not feel used. We've come to the end of the episode, and I'm very grateful that you joined me and you stayed till this time. I'm honored. Kindly do something for me quickly that will make me happy, please. Whatever listening platform that you are on right now, maybe Apple, Spotify, AudioMac, kindly subscribe or follow and leave a 5-star review. That will mean a lot to me. Thank you very much. This is Tolu's Corner. Till next time, stay productive. Bye-bye.